So let's see today's quick and easy chicken sorpatel. So I'm going to show you how to make the Goan sorpatel masala recipe. It's super simple. Now these are the few ingredients that we're going to be using. So let's go through the spices. So this is about 10 peppercorns, 1 teaspoon of cumin or jeera, an inch of cinnamon or dalchini, 6 cloves or lavang, 15 dried Kashmiri chilies, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder or haldi, about 1 inch of ginger, 10 cloves of garlic, 1/4 cup of vinegar, a lime-sized ball of tamarind soaked in 1/4 cup of warm water, and we're going to extract the pulp for the recipe. Now besides that, we're going to use 2 light green chilies which I've slit and cut into half, 1 medium-sized onion chopped fine. Now we're going to grind all the ingredients except the green chilies, the onion and the tamarind pulp. Rest all of the ingredients are going to be ground in the white vinegar, or if you have Goa vinegar, you can use Goa vinegar. And I'm not going to add the turmeric powder into my mixer pot. I'll be adding it later, but if you want, you can add the turmeric into your mixer jar too at this point. Now we're going to grind this with only vinegar, and we're going to make this into a very fine paste. So this is the vinegar that I'm adding, and we're going to grind this to a very fine paste like this. So our Goan sorpatel masala paste is ready, and today I'm going to be making chicken sorpatel, which is really very easy and quick. And whenever you're craving for sorpatel and you don't want to go through the tedious process of cutting up the pork and boiling it, this is a super fast recipe and it tastes super delicious. So let's start with the recipe. Now here I'm heating about 1.5 tablespoons of oil in a pan. And what I've done is I've just taken about 250 grams of boneless chicken breast, fried it in a pan in oil, and then just chopped it up into small pieces. And whatever stock you get when you're frying that, use that for the recipe too. Now once my oil is nice and hot, I'm going to be adding the onion. And we're going to fry the onion really well till it becomes nice and translucent. Now once the onions are translucent, I'm going to add my masala paste. And we're going to fry this paste really well for almost 3 minutes. We want the paste to be really nicely fried. So now here I'm adding the turmeric powder or the haldi powder. You could add it also when you're grinding the paste. So now once everything is nicely mixed, you can see that the paste itself starts, oozing out some kind of oil. At this point, you're going to add the fried chicken cubes. Now chicken cooks really fast, so we're going to mix everything really well together. See that the chicken is nicely coated with all of the masala. And now I'm going to add 1 cup of hot water. I've just microwaved 1 cup of water. Just add that and mix everything really well together. Now we're going to cook this for about 3 minutes till everything gets nicely cooked. And now I'm going to season it with some salt to taste. And I'm also going to be adding a pinch of sugar. This is completely optional, but the sugar does elevate the taste of, the entire dish. Now mix everything really well together. And we're going to cover and cook this for 5 minutes on a low heat. After 5 minutes, you'll see that the curry here or the sorpatel has thickened a bit. We're going to add our green chilies. Mix it in well. And now we just have one more ingredient to add, and that is the tamarind pulp. So what I suggest is go a little easy on the tamarind pulp because we've also added vinegar. So add a little, just give it a taste test, and if you feel that you want to add more, then you can add a little more. Mix everything really well together. And again, I'm going to cover and cook this on a very low flame for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, turn off the heat and your sorpatel, your chicken sorpatel is all ready to enjoy. Do give this recipe a try and let me know in the comment section how you like it. I'll catch you in my next video. Akshita signing off. Bye guys. So here I've taken 1 cup of raw rice and washed it really well under water, and then I'm going to soak this rice overnight for at least 12 hours. This is very important that you soak the rice. Now after 12 hours, we are going to drain all the water from the rice. And then I'm going to put this into my mixer or blender pot. Now to that, I'm going to be adding 1 cup of freshly grated coconut, 2 teaspoons of sugar, and salt to taste. I'm also going to add first I'm going to mix everything really well, and I'm going to add 1/4 cup of water and grind this to a very thick paste. It should not be very runny, but a real thick paste, just like an idli paste. This is the consistency we're looking for. Now, in the meantime, I'm going to take 1/4 cup of lukewarm water, and I'm going to add a teaspoon of sugar to it and mix the sugar in really well into this lukewarm water. The water should not be hot, but lukewarm. To that, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of dry active yeast, and I'm going to just leave it without stirring it for about 15 minutes till it doubles in size. Now once the yeast doubles in size, it looks like this. We're just going to add it to our rice paste. We're going to mix it in really well, and then we are going to set this mixture aside for another 8 to 10 hours to ferment. So that's very important that it ferments. Now, once that is done, we're going to prepare our steamer, and we're also going to brush these molds that we have. They're just regular vatis. You get actual sanna molds, but I'm just using regular vatis that I have at home. And I'm going to fill these vatis halfway only. Prepare the steamer with enough water in it, and let the water start to boil. And then I'm going to place these in the steamer, and I'm going to steam them on a very high flame for at least 15 minutes. Now after 15 minutes, let the steamer cool to room temperature, and then take a knife and just run it through the sanna, and it has to come out clean. And then just taking a sharp knife, run it around the sanna like this, and then just demold it, and you'll get these beautiful soft sannas which you can enjoy with chicken xacuti, with sorpatel, or you can just eat them all by themselves. So do give this a try, guys. friends, let's see today's beautiful recipe of Russian salad. Now here I've taken about 2 medium-sized potatoes, washed them well, peeled them, and I'm going to chop them up into these small even-sized cubes. Now I've kept some water at the side because I'm going to chop these potatoes into small cubes and then I'm going to put them in the water so that they don't discolor. So we want them into this even-sized small cubes. Next, we're going to cube up the pineapple. So just remove the center and then cube the remaining pineapple. You're not going to use the center. So I've used about 3 large slices of pineapple. So basically, you require at least 3/4 of a bowl of all of the ingredients. Next, I'm going to take 2 carrots. Now I love using these orange carrots, but even if you get the red carrots, it's fine. Now just cut them up. Now I would like to remove the center, the center part, and then we're going to chop them up into small cubes. We don't want very small cubes, just about this size. Now I've soaked about 8 to 10 French beans in some water to which I've added a little salt for 10 minutes, washed them, dried them well, and then remove the edges. You need to remove the edges, otherwise you'll get these stringy consistency. And again, chop the French beans. Now you can prep all of this and keep everything ready, and when you want to make your salad, you just go ahead. Now I've taken half an apple and I've removed the core and I've removed the peel also. Don't throw away the peel. You can eat the peel. It's, very rich in vitamins. But for the salad, I have removed the peel. Now this apple adds real crunch to this salad. Now you can go with the entire apple also. So all our ingredients are ready. Now we need to cook the potatoes. So I've just taken some water, about 4 to 5 cups of water. Let it heat a bit. And I'm going to add the potatoes. Then I'm going to bring the potatoes to a gentle boil, checking in between. Now we don't want overcooked potatoes. We don't want it to be of the boiled potatoes consistency. We want them to be firm, yet they should be cooked. So just take them out in the middle and just check them with your knife. The knife should go, completely through the potato, or you can even, taste the potato and see whether it's cooked. We don't want it mushy, but we want it to be cooked. So keep checking. It should take about 5 minutes. And then drain the potatoes out and put them in a bowl. Now to the same boiling water, we're going to add the chopped up carrots. Now we don't want to overcook the carrots, so just for a minute, we're going to let them heat in this water. And again, we're going to drain the carrots and put them in a bowl. We're going to do the same thing with our French beans also. Just, kind of cook them just for a minute, not even a minute. Like the minute it hits the water, just for some time, let it boil and then take it out, because we don't want them mushy, but we want them to be firm, yet they should be cooked. So when you eat them in the salad, you don't find them extra crunchy, but just the right texture. Now you can increase the amount of the veggies also. You can add more carrots, you can add more French beans, you can even add green peas if you like. So now we are ready with all our ingredients. So now we can start making our lovely Russian salad. So I've taken a large salad mixing bowl. I'm going to add the potatoes. I'm going to add the French beans. Now try not to get any of the water of the vegetables into the salad. Then I'm going to add my carrots. I'm going to add my chopped up apples, my pineapples, and I'm going to mix all of this really well together. Doesn't it look lovely already with all the lovely colorful veggies and fruits? Now I'm going to season it with some pepper powder. So I'm going with half a teaspoon, but you can add to taste. Then I'm going to add some salt. Mix everything well together so that the salt and the pepper nicely coat all the veggies and fruits. Give it a taste, guys, because then you come to know if you want to add more salt, if you want to add more pepper. And then I'm going to go with 1 cup of mayo, but then I really added a little bit more later, about half a cup more. So you add the mayo also according to your, how much mayo you want in your Russian salad. Now, those who want to keep it completely veg can go for the eggless mayo. Otherwise, you can go for the classic mayo. And just mix everything, and don't forget to chill it before serving it, because it should be had nice and chilled. And this is a lovely salad. Do try it. So friends, let's start with today's croquettes recipe. Now here I have about 18 peppercorns, 1 inch of cinnamon and 5 cloves. These are our whole spices. I'm going to lightly roast them on my in my pan just for about 1 minute, till you get the lovely aroma of these lovely whole spices. Then I'm going to grind them in my mortar and pestle. You could also grind them in your mixer pot to a very, very fine powder. Once that is done, just set it aside. Now we're going to use 2 medium-sized onions chopped fine, 1 tomato, and uh, a- 1 tablespoon of ginger garlic paste, and also 2 dried green chilies. I'm going to heat 1 tablespoon of oil in a pan, and I'm going to add the onions and fry them till they're nice and translucent. Once the onions are nice and fried, we're going to add our ginger garlic paste. So I've just taken about 1 inch of ginger and about 5 large cloves of garlic and ground them to a very fine paste. You can also use the ready-made ginger garlic paste. Next, I'm going to add the light green chilies, which I've chopped fine. And then I'm going to add my 1 tomato, which I've chopped fine. So we're going to fry all of this really well. And now I'm going to cover this for about 1 minute and keep it on a low flame, so that everything gets well incorporated. Now I'm going to be using 250 grams of mince, as well as some salt to taste. So after about a minute, when everything is really nice and fried, we're going to add this finely ground powder that we prepared with the cinnamon, the cloves and the pepper. Mix it in well. And now we're going to add our mince. Now we're going to mix everything well with the mince, and we're going to fry the mince for at least 1 whole minute. Now you can add some salt to taste. Fry everything well. Now I've taken 1 large potato, washed it, peeled it, and just diced it into large cubes. Now after we've fried our mince well, we're going to add this potato. We're going to mix everything well, and now I'm going to cover and cook this till the potato is well cooked. So this takes about 2 minutes, and then you can just check whether your potato should be nice and soft and done. So that means your mixture is now ready. You can turn off the heat and let the mixture cool completely. Now we're going to transfer this to a mixer pot or a blender, and we're going to grind this to a very fine paste. Now I'm also going to be using some lemon juice. So I've taken the juice of 1 lemon and mix everything well, and again grind it to a very fine paste. Now we're going to transfer this paste to a large bowl. I'm also going to be using 1 egg. So I'm going to beat this egg well, and I'm going to add that to my mince. Now mix the egg also well with the mince mixture. Once that is done, I have taken 1 pav, a very fresh and soft pav, and torn it up into small pieces. You can also use bread slices. Just add that to the mixture. This will give it a nice body, and you'll be able to form the croquettes very easily. So the pav should be nice and soft and fresh, because then it just gets mashed down very easily. Alternatively, you can also add it to the mixture when you're grinding it in the mixer. Now I'm just going to add about 4 or 5 tablespoons of breadcrumbs. Basically, we want a nice firm mixture which we can form our croquettes with. And now just form the croquettes like this. Roll them and keep them aside. And then we're going to shape them so that they all look, even and well shaped. So first just roughly roll them in the breadcrumbs. And I learned this technique from my dad. But just take a nice long knife like this and just, shape them, like keep rolling them in this fashion and shape them very well. They should all look nice and even with no cracks and no, breaks in the croquettes. You can make them small, you can make them long or big, the choice is yours. And then again, lightly roll them in the breadcrumbs and keep them aside. So in this way, you can make your croquettes and you can even store them in an airtight container. They last for for about a week in an airtight container, refrigerated, and whenever you feel like, you can just deep fry them. You can just deep fry them whenever you feel like. So now I'm just going to deep fry them till they're nice and golden brown in color. So you can alternatively, shallow fry them, but deep frying them, you get an even coat and everything gets evenly fried. If you shallow fry them, then you'll find that, the texture is different. You won't get that lovely crunch that these croquettes are supposed to have. That is, they're supposed to be nice and crunchy on the outside and nice and soft on the inside. So when you shallow fry them, you get a very kind of a different type of a texture. You don't get that crunch. But you can shallow fry them if you don't want to deep fry them. So in this way you can fry your croquettes as many as you like, and they're just very very delicious. They go very well with some pulao and some salad and some chicken curry at the side. It's like an ideal meal. And I've just broken up one to show it to you all, and you can see how lovely and crunchy they are on the outside and nice and soft on the inside. So I hope you liked today's recipe and I hope you give it a try. You can leave your comments in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. I'll catch you in my next recipe. Bye. Friends, I hope you liked today's recipe as well as today's video, and if you would like to see more videos like this, then don't forget to leave this video a big thumbs up. Also, by clicking the thumbs up icon. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and become a part of Akshita's recipes. Once you have subscribed, there is a small little bell icon that will pop up, so just click on that. That way, whenever I put up a new recipe or a new video, you get a message for the same. So on that note, I'll say bye and I'll catch you in my next video sooner than you think. This is Akshita saying bye. Take care, stay healthy, stay fit, be kind and loving to one another. So till we meet again, bye.